Welcome back, minions, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Balance shares his woes with Kythea, Rajak burns someone's past, and Zaltanna needs to apologise to Tyr. The group spend a lot of time talking with Caden, while Kythea begins to work on unravelling the mysteries of the apocalypse. Demi arrives, breezes in and takes off in search of the temple below. All they know now is that Lindrin wants to talk to them. The only questions on our mind are, what will Lindrin demand that they do now? And will Zaltanna follow through on her plan to kill Lindrin? I guess you're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die. You guys are waiting for Lindrin, I believe. There are two of you in the living room, and I believe Zaltanna is hiding in the girls' bedroom with Kythea.
We're braiding each other's hair.
Hard to do with an illusion.
You could try, but she there is an illusion on her.
Are you telling me that tieflings don't have hair, ever?
I'm saying that this particular tiefling does not.
Aw.
Other tieflings may have hair, but Iguatfo, we haven't met them. This particular tiefling definitely doesn't have hair.
We're painting each other's nails and/or talons.
Okay, I'll take that. Like Kythea and you, like she's been like trying to translate some things, and she eventually just like runs her hands through her illusory hair, and yeah, you guys end up chatting and talking, and where'd you get the paint for the nails?
I found it.
I can't think of any way in which you would find nail varnish in this craptastic house that you guys live in.
Maybe I found it in the office we were in the prison. The guard left it there.
I'm gonna go with no. Maybe you guys are doing something else.
Or maybe you guys could, I don't know, just go shopping.
Okay, please don't make me do that.
No, like just be like, all right, so Zaltanna and Kythea leave the building, and then...
Better idea. Kythea has some of her things with her at the bottom of the bed, and she has some paint.
There we go.
Some nail varnish, a couple of little things to put in here, make it look like she's going all through the human accessory kit for makeup and whatnot. She clearly doesn't wear it because she looks like an illusion, but you can spend time applying makeup, and she takes off her necklace so that you can see what she truly looks like, as long as it doesn't freak Zaltanna out.
Well, now that she's seen it already, it only freaked her out the first time.
Okay, all right. So you two spend some time chatting and talking and getting closer. Let's go with that. Okay, you guys are kind of actually just waiting for Lindrin, if I remember right. Is anyone wanting to do anything other than making moves on Kythea?
I'm gonna steal your girl balance.
Wow. Okay. Caden let you know that Lindrin was going to be arriving a couple of hours after noon, but the person that turns up is not Lindrin. And you feel her presence long before she makes her arrival. And as the door opens, you see that there is Demi standing there. Demi's hair has gone jet black, and it's hanging very thin. It's no longer thick and as wild as it normally is. This is jet black, very thin hair, and it's just plastered against the side of her face. She's clearly been running for a while. She looks kind of sweaty and red in the face. She also looks kind of sick as she runs in. And she looks around.
Welcome back.
I need Kythea.
She's in the room on the side there.
Kythea! And you two in the bedroom hear this, and Kythea kind of like frowns. You notice that Kythea looks kind of uncomfortable. As she's noted before, she's kind of nervous around Demi, and you see her immediately put the necklace back on and just peek out rather kind of sheepishly from the room. And Demi turns to her and says, I know who you are. I know what you are. I need you now. And Kythea looks around at the rest of you.
What are you doing?
Who are you addressing this to?
Demi.
Okay. I need Kythea's ability to read Infernal.
Is everything okay?
She shakes her head. I went to the temple. I saw into the window, or into the mirror, and I looked at the armor stand. There are things in motion. I have very vague ideas, and I need her ability to speak Infernal.
Can I get a read on Demi's aura with my aura sight focus?
With your aura sight, how many side points are you spending?
I'm just doing the advantage on insight checks. I'm not doing the full read.
Then take an insight.
Okay. And that gives me advantage.
Correct.
11. Not great.
Not great, no. You do manage to pick up, like, looking at her, that her aura has gone very cold. She's gone very focused, but at the very heart of it, you see a panic that is being smothered by this cold exterior.
Balance is going to use his telepathy and say to Kythea in her mind, whatever this is, it seems to be urgent. She seems to be panicking on the inside. I would recommend going.
Kythea nods back and she says, okay, if you're sure. And Kythea packs up her stuff and she goes with Demi. Demi doesn't even give so much of a smile, a goodbye, or anything. She just walks out expecting Kythea to follow, who does.
Do you think they are going to be okay? Maybe Zaltanna should have gone with them.
The option still exists.
It's hard to say. Well, let me go inquire. Balance goes over to the door, sticks his head out. Demi, would it be perhaps useful if you had some muscle on the journey with you, just in case?
She stops and turns, and you hear her voice in your head.
Demi's?
Yep. And she says, we aren't going back to the temple.
He's going to respond back mentally. What?
Kythea and I are going to go investigate something. I have books and tomes. I have to work, but I can't speak Infernal, and I need her.
You'll keep her safe, won't you? You're concerning me.
I should concern you, but she's safe. And with that, she turns and she walks, and Kythea kind of looks back between the two of you and then walks with her.
Balance just goes back inside.
I take that as a no. They are okay.
Things seem grim.
Big surprise.
I don't know. Demi seemed very scared on the inside. She wasn't showing it outwardly, but I seem to be having a better read on people lately.
Well, maybe we should catch up with them later, when we are not expecting company.
When we have a chance, perhaps, yes. Are we still expecting Lindrin, then?
I would imagine.
Caden?
I assume so. I spoke to him this morning, and Demi's due to give him a report. I'm gonna go check in with her and report back to Lindrin. She's not always clear minded. I will go make sure she delivers a report. And he grabs his stuff and he books it after the reteaching women.
Okay, then it appears we're by ourselves then.
Is there anything you guys want to say, do, or do before I jump in with the next story point in a few hours?
I should go and check on Zaltanna.
Well, to be honest, I was kind of planning on having a bit of a chat with her anyways, so why don't we just call her in here?
That is fine with me.
And telepathically, Balance is just going to be, Zaltanna, can you come in here, please?
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Then she like walks out and she's like, you could have just like called my name out loud. You didn't have to go in my head and crap.
Oh, but I know how much you enjoy hearing voices inside your head.
Are you okay? How is your arm?
It's fine.
Are you going to heal it? Do you need help?
No, thank you for doing that for me. I kind of bullied you into it, didn't I?
I would not have done that if I did not trust you, but if anyone sees that and gets the wrong idea, I could be in some deep shit. I'm sorry for reacting the way I did.
No, you reacted exactly the way I assumed you'd react. That's why I didn't tell you guys that I was part of the double ones.
Understandable.
While we're on the topic of trust, I'm going to be straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Rhal, I trust you. You're very easy to read, and I have a pretty good idea of your motivations.
Sorry.
Oh, thanks. I guess.
Zaltanna, you on the other hand, I trust about as much as the shadiest street merchant.
Cool.
I feel like Rhal and I have an understanding of each other, and I feel like you have a pretty good understanding of me.
Right.
But I don't understand you. One minute you're offering to heal me, and you're being very kind, and the next you're insulting me and treating me like I'm a piece of garbage.
Well, the way I grew up, we used to insult people that we liked, so that was kind of... I'm insulting you friendly.
And that makes it okay? That's no more acceptable than the age-old saying of boys will be boys when they pull on a girl's hair.
Well...
It's because they like it. No, it's not okay, though.
Where I come from, boys and girls do not have hair.
That's fair. That's true.
Well,
we have tails, though. You can pull those.
It do be that way.
We've all had our... Well, 2 out of the 3 of us have had our say in what has occurred in our pasts and what has made us who we are. But nothing of you. You admit freely to the murders, and I can understand to a degree that there may be some justifications depending, but you seem to relish in it. You seem to enjoy it for the sake of it being just murder. And I cannot, in good consciousness, travel with someone who seems to just be bloodthirsty for no reason than the excitement of it.
I have a reason, and it's not the excitement of it.
Then show me. Show me why I should trust you. Show me why any of us should trust you.
I've had your backs the whole time that we have known each other. Yeah, okay, so I'm a little bit brash and I'm a little bit rough. But just because I talk like tough doesn't mean that I'm like untrustworthy.
To be fair, Balance, you don't know a lot about me either.
I know enough to know that I could trust you.
We should talk at some point about my business down in the Fourfold.
And indeed, I think we shall. What aren't you saying, though, Zaltanna? What is all this about?
My business is my business. I don't think you need to know why I did what I did to understand who I am. All you gotta know is the double ones did something terrible to me. And I killed some of them.
Balance just looks really deep in thought.
The thing that you saw, the thing that we all saw, the fourfold, when we fought down there, it is not legal, but because they protect the fighters from accidents. And what you saw in the vision wasn't an accident. There are types of people, Balance. Types of people like me who go down there for money because they are starving. They have no other way to get it. There are people who go down there for companionship, sport, Bogram. There are people who go down to watch and gamble a little bit, Caden. And there is another type of people. There are people who go down there because they can get away with murder. It created a toxic environment for the rest of us who just wanted to make a living or have a fun sport. Bogram and I, when the fighter would come in and only deliver killing blows, and they would get that reputation, I stepped up and I took care of it. I killed them many times. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that because I was helping my friends, saving them from a danger and evil. And there was a sense of pride there in my capabilities, my ability to fight the way that the fighters saw me with respect, the way that the gamblers saw me with fear, but not the fear that I'm usually met with, the fear of my capabilities that filled me with pride. Sometimes there are reasons. It might not make it right. I might not be so innocent as you might think, but there are bad people that should not be allowed to continue what they do.
Balance just looks down.
Maybe I'm one of them. I'm sure a lot of the gamblers thought that of me. Of course, no one but Bogram and I and a couple of the ones in the tighter circle knew that we were purposely doing this. I would go into the fight knowing exactly what I was going to do. So maybe I am just the same.
Thank you, Rhal. Look, Balance, I'm sorry if we got off on the wrong foot. And I won't, well, I can't promise I'm not going to be a jerk because that's just who I seem to be these days, but I'll try to come off more trustworthy to you. And I promise you I'll always have your back.
More trustworthy. You want to have my back. You want to have our back. I want to believe that. After what I saw in that mirror, after everything I've been through, there's only one thing I'm ever sure of anymore. And that's that I need to trust my gut and my mind. And both of those right now are screaming at me that if I need to trust someone, I need to know them. and I will know you. And Balance is going to dive into the mental link, and he's going to try to read Zaltanna's past.
Okay. You know the cost, you know the roll. Go for it.
Yep.
Actually, side question, does Zaltanna allow this?
I mean, she wouldn't, but I'll roll at disadvantage.
No, you don't need to roll for it. It's up to him to roll. But if you allow him to, then he will pass. That's essentially all I'm checking.
No, Zaltanna wouldn't.
She'd be like, dude, fuck off.
Okay. 15.
Does that beat your DC?
No. The DC on the extended vision is 18.
Okay. You try and dive into Zaltanna's mind. But Zaltanna, you were just like, your will at that moment is stronger not to be, I guess, mentally violated. You don't want this forced upon you, so you just push him out.
Dude. What the fuck?
Balance looks perplexed.
Yeah? What's the explanation?
I'm not giving up, and he's going to do it again.
Okay. You know the cost, you know the DC. You're down to...
2 side points.
Yep.
I have 2 left.
I believe this is your last shot, right? Does
Yep.
Zaltanna... Oh, I see finger guns. What's up, Casey?
No, she's still not letting him in.
Okay.
Fuck me.
That's fine.
That's a 10.
More prepared this time. Zaltanna just easily just like pushes you away. You feel almost like a barrier as you bounce off it.
Really? Really? Really, Balance? You're talking about trusting, and you're trying to like fucking invade my brain to see my past? You want to see it that bad? Can I share it? Through my mental link or anything?
How badly does Zaltanna want to do this? Like a massive, like, fuck you? Fine.
Yeah,
see it
it's
then.
like a massive, like, fuck you.
As you say that, Balance sees the opportunity and you dive for it. I will take your last 2 side points, but she is allowing you through. That's the only reason I'm allowing this to go
I
through.
will absolutely do that.
You are tapped and wiped today for your side points. Okay, very much like we did one of Balance's flashbacks. Technically, you guys will see this. You will just see it from from the inside of Zaltanna's head. In theory, Zaltanna, you can't change this, but we're going to roleplay this out because I find that way more interesting.
Yep.
Okay. You guys find yourselves within an inn. There are lots of people bustling about, lots of people chatting. Before you see that there is a gnome who is sitting on a boosted seat, and you innately get the idea that his name is Tuck. You see that there is a dwarf who looks much like a belly dancer who is sitting next to him, and they seem to be deep in conversation, and you know instinctively her name is Elise. You can see opposite you that there are 2 elves, blonde, very gorgeous looking elves, and the female elf has her arms draped across one of yours, and you're holding hands with Zaltanna. This is where we're going to find this little bit. You are there. You've probably been... You know exactly what this memory is. So here you are, chatting away. You know that you are waiting on some information to come back about some loan sharks and a family that are very in deep with them. And you're hoping to meet a contact here, a contact of yours, Zaltanna, possibly a double one. And you're kind of like sitting here waiting and chatting, and you know, you kind of casually have the sleeve of one of your arms half rolled up, so you don't exactly expose it. People know what they're looking for. They will see your tattoo. And Odette is holding your hand. She knows how uncomfortable you are with generally showing this off out and about now that you've forsaken those vows. Are you okay?
It's always had to, a tattoo. I wish there was a way to get rid of it.
I know, but short of asking Benno to cut it out, it's been useful. I mean, there's a reason why you went through all that.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. And then you hear the door crash open, and you see before you a young elven girl. She has pretty dark hair, and they're in ringlets, but she is covered in blood. She can't be much taller than 4 or 5 foot. She's quite a young elf, and she has dark ringleted hair, and she's looking around at you, and she has blood over the front of her dress, and she looks around, she looks up at you. You recognize this girl as Glindir. She is the daughter of the family that have gotten themselves in a bit too deep with the loan sharks.
Lindy, is everything okay? Why? What happened to you?
She sees you all there, and she runs over. You see Elise just get off her chair and pick the girl up, and you see her begin to work her own magics upon the girl. She says, it's mother and father. They're in a fight. The gang came back. They came back. They found them. They're fighting in an alley. Please.
Of course. Come on, guys.
The girl jumps off of Elise's lap before Elise has managed to finish her spell, and you see her just like that. And she runs out the door without so much hesitation. The rest of your group get up and they run straight off after her. Odette is kind of has released your hand, and she's taking her position a couple of feet behind you guys. Being in the middle of the fight is not her forte. And you guys run into this alleyway. In this alleyway, you see that the mother, Alessa, and the father, Petrin, are kind of back to back against the side of this wall, as you see that there are a lot of these gang members, these loan sharks, bearing down upon them. You see there is a halfling with a scar down one side of her face. You see that there are 2 dwarves, a male dwarf with dark hair and a female dwarf with lighter hair. And you also see somebody that you recognize. You recognize a dwarf called Honorino, and you know for a fact that he works for Dravos, and he is absolutely a double one to the core. You see them fighting. They're attacking with swords. You see a couple of spells being shot forward. And you see the mother and father dodging as best that they can, trying to get out of the way of some of these attacks. What do you want to do?
Yo, 2-knife! What the fuck gives?
You see him look up. You see him recognize you, and you see him throw a knife. The knife goes sailing towards you, and you easily dodge it to one side. You know what he's like. The rest of your companions run in. Benno stands to one side of you, sort of at the edge near his sister. You see that Tuck just runs in there full pelt, and you see him beginning to kick and fight against the halfling. You see that Elise is pulling out a very small flute, and you see her beginning to dance, and you feel magic course across you all. And Odette begins casting some spells, aiming them towards the mother and father. What do you want to do? Honorino is heading towards you.
I'm gonna pull out my big sword and slash him to bits. Fuck that guy.
You run forward, slashing him to bits. You run forward, swinging your sword left, right, parrying, all that good stuff. His knives may be small, but he is definitely able to block most of your hits. You do get a good slash in on one arm when you kind of focus in solely on this fight. You hear the sounds of battle nearby, and then you hear Elise scream. And as you look at Elise, you follow her gaze, and you see that Tuck is lying unconscious on the ground at the feet of one of the dark-haired dwarf, who is now advancing on the parents, who are still just kind of standing, the father standing, the wife sort of more kind of collapsing to one knee but getting back up again and fighting with the best she can with a very small sword that she's gained. And you see that as you turn your gaze back, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to just knock out Honorino and go help, hit him with the butt of my sword if I can, or push him away and go help the family.
As you turn to go in and clobbering him a good one, you manage to connect the butt of your sword with his head, and then you see Odette running forward, and you feel her cast shield on you, and she says, "Anna, look out!" And as she points, you see the dark-haired dwarf heading towards you, and he's just swung his hammer at you. but it bounces off the shield, and you feel the shield fizzle out, and you see Adet casting another one. She's almost right in front of you now. She can see how much danger is in. And as you look around, you see that pretty much the rest of them, the lighter dwarf, the darker dwarf, and the halfling are all advancing on you, and you see them wailing left, right, and centre, and you manage to parry many of these blocks. And then they look across and see Adet, and the halfling runs towards Adet, and she looks at you and she screams, throwing her hands out, and you feel shield being put up again. As you looking forward, you feel one of the hammers like ring off against this shield that's been put up around you.
No!
But then you see Adet.
Cast it on yourself!
As you scream that, you see her head being rung like a bell. You see it slap left, you see it snap to the right, and you see her fall to the ground. And you feel the spell fizzle out, and then you feel a smack on the back of your head. And that's when you all come back to consciousness. You are all back in control of yourselves.
You fucking happy?
Rhal's got his eyes closed and he's focusing on his breathing.
Take a con save.
Okay. Oh, that's a 7.
That's a 7. His eyes are closed, and he's kind of sitting on the floor, back up against a wall. What do you two want to do?
Zaltanna's like on her knees crying. Does he look like he's like dying?
He looks unconscious. You see a small trickle of blood running down his nose.
She's gonna get up and go over and lay on hands for 5.
Yeah, essentially you only really need 1, but yeah, you bring him sort of back.
And then
to
I'll do for like, yeah, well, 5. Fuck it, I don't care.
Okay. You slowly come back around. You don't normally come back around from passing out this way like this, but you are coming back around.
And you see Zaltanna standing over you, tears like running down her face.
Thank you. Sorry. It's, the visions, it's not used to that. It's different when you were expecting it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thanks.
Balance walks out the front door and slams it behind him.
Okay. I'm going to come back to you in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What are you two up to?
He's going to monitor his breathing. Puts a hand over his chest to kind of monitor how his breathing is kind of slowing his heart rate.
Okay.
And he's just focusing.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
No, just time.
Okay. I'm gonna go to my room.
Okay.
Call me when Lindrin gets here or whatever.
I won't.
In that regard, Zaltanna goes back to her room. Rajak's still sitting on the floor controlling his breathing. We are going to cut to Balance. What are you doing, my friend?
Balance is just walking away from the house, trying to gather his thoughts.
Is he heading anywhere in particular?
No, he's honestly just wandering.
Okay.
Hands clasped behind his back, eyes half closed, just trying to relax.
That's fair. Do you wander back at some point?
Probably after like an hour or so of him just trying to walk off the stress.
Yeah, that's a fair. Okay.
Because that's what I do.
It's a good thing to do. Okay, you guys hear him return back about an hour-ish, hour and 20 later or something like that. The sun is beginning to set at this point. Demi turned up mid-afternoon as Lindrin was supposed to. And yeah, the sun is beginning to set. No sign of Caden, no sign of Demi, no sign of Lindrin at the moment. Is there anything you guys want to say to each other before Lindrin arrives? Or...
Is Zaltanna still in her room?
Yeah.
Balance just walks over, knocks on the door. Just...
Yeah.
It's me.
What do you want?
I won't say that I'm sorry for needing to find out, but I will say that I am sorry for what happened.
Yeah. Everyone is.
Oh. If you ever want to actually talk and perhaps open up to somebody.
She like opens the door. Everyone's sorry, but nobody does shit about it. I grew up in the double ones. And I left because they didn't do shit. When one of their own was killed. And I found a place and a family doing good for the world. So don't you fucking think I'm a bad person. Because someone like Odette could never have loved someone who was terrible. That's what I tell myself when I think. When I was in prison and I was like, God, Zaltanna, you must be a fucking terrible person to be in here. You know, when I got really down, I'd say to myself, Odette, she couldn't have ever been in love with someone who was so terrible without no redeeming qualities. And I know you didn't know her, but you saw her in the vision, in my memory. So, maybe that's enough for you.
It's a start.
At that point, you hear a rap on the door.
Oh,
We'll talk about the rest of this later.
Dear fucking God. That asshole.
Well.
She like wipes away her tears and like puts on a really, really hard face.
Who is it?
I believe you're expecting me.
Coming. Zaltanna, do you want to stay in your room?
Nah, not gonna give him the satisfaction.
All right. Balance goes over and opens the door.
Ballsy. Standing before you, there is Lindrin. Caden is also with him. Caden looks a little perplexed, but on the whole, not too bad. And he's standing behind Lindrin, and Lindrin just swans in if you're nothing more than a doorstop. He walks in and he looks around. I'm going to do a quick perception check for him on Zaltanna, just to see how much of a dick I feel like I could be. Lindrin gives no fucks about you, so he doesn't notice anything.
It's too bad because I had a really funny like quip, if you noticed, but...
Balance closes the door after they come in and just turns around, arms crossed. I believe you're late.
He turns around, he looks at you and says, I believe that you are supposed to be dead, aren't you? Shame.
But we saw how that worked out.
Yes, well, since your lives belong to me, I have your first proper assignment. Demi and Caden have filled me in on the details. It appears that you'll be taking a trip, and you'll be going to a place called Dowry, which should work out fine for at least some of you.
You see Zaltanna's face, like, falters for a minute, and then she, like, shakes herself, and she goes, Dowry.
Yes, however you pronounce it in your language. That's what you call it. Yes, you'll be going there, and you shall be finding a relic of some sorts. Caden has the details. He will have to go with you, of course. And you see Caden, like, kind of like, really? Oh, crap. As if he didn't really want to be doing this. Yeah, so you will be taking him with you, and you'll be finding this relic, and you'll be returning it to the temple, according to Demi. And this should be the first start of what you ever do, is whatever you need to be doing to be curing this apocalypse.
How did you find out where one of these relics is so quickly?
That Demi lass, she had intonation on what it was when she saw what she saw down there. Between you and me, I think the girl has become unhinged having gone down there.
I told her it was dangerous. Maybe you should go have a look, Lindrin. You might enjoy it.
Oh, please. I have a prison to run. I'm not an errand boy. And with that, he just leaves. With that, he just turns and leaves. As far as concerned, he's delivered his orders.
Can I give him one mind thrust ping as he leaves?
Sure.
Just for old time's sake.
Sure, go for it. What does he need to roll?
Intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, that's his strong suit.
Clearly, he's such a smart fellow.
Nope, he utterly fails.
He takes 6 psychic damage.
And you see him rub the back of his head. He's like, I really must see a cleric as he walks away. Caden gives you a sidelong look as he closes the door behind you.
Balance smiles at Caden like, what?
I don't. We had this. I thought I would have to stop Zaltanna from killing him. But
No, I wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No worries, Caden. Not yet.
I believe it's called conditioning.
Right.
Every time you're an asshole, you feel a little bit of pain, and suddenly you don't want to be an asshole so much.
I don't. I think you're just gonna piss him off.
I mean, that's fun too.
No, not for me.
Fair.
Demi said that there's a shield in near to Dowry. She didn't know exactly where or much, but just that it's a shield. It's made of bronze with dark wood, and that it has some sort of infernal energies about it. It's called knowledge. She suspects within the mountain itself, perhaps into some of the lower dwarven mines.
Dwarven mines.
Do you know what Dowry is?
Yeah.
Do I?
Take a knowledge check.
What?
I don't think it's on your.
On my map?
It's not on your map, so probably not.
I do.
You do.
Let me see. Here's my map. How do I not know about something in my own fucking kingdom?
All right. Do you know the name of 5 roads across and 2 down? Do you know the name of every small town and village near your house?
I would hope I do.
And expand that across a place which takes 150 days to cross?
I would still hope I do.
You would not know the name of every small town and village. That knowledge it would probably blow your mind.
And how is this king supposed to rule it?
The king doesn't need to know that I live on like a road called Rush Lake to know that to know that there are people that live in his kingdom or her queendom. I guess.
Do you think Queen Elizabeth knows the name of every single tiny shire in England?
Everything the light touches. Worry about that. Everything else can go fuck itself.
Yeah, I mean, you can take a history check for me, I guess, if you want to know where it is.
Sure.
So yeah, that was an 8 on the history check. So no, you don't know exactly where this small village is. However, there is someone in your group who does.
So where is this place we're going to? Dowry, was it called?
Yeah. I know it. That inn you saw in my memory?
Yeah.
That all happened in Dowry.
Huh. How far away is it from here?
It's a good question.
Probably less than a week.
Less than a week away.
That's not too bad.
I guess walking wise, it's not too bad, but it's no fun for me.
No, Caden, do we have any means of transportation?
No. I asked, and he said, and I quote, no.
Are there stables here?
We could try and procure mounts. I guess I'm gonna need to pay for Taylor to stay somewhere. I need to make sure she has enough stuff for however long we're gone. I don't even know if I'm getting paid how much. I have things I have to sort out for this.
Balance pulls out a large sack of coins from his belt and just drops it on the table.
Hey, rich boy. I appreciate this. I like you better now.
You know what they say, there's the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules.
They do say that.
I have never ridden a horse before.
Are you serious?
I think he is.
Do you not have horses where you're from?
We have no need to ride them. I told you I was raised in one place, and I left when I was 15. And Falsam's the biggest place I've been to. All these places in your visions this is all I know.
Oh boy.
Rhal's first trip outside Falsam.
Well, maybe we don't need,
And we're picking up a souvenir.
well,
We should. You should gather your stuff. I have to find someone to take care of her.
Can't she stay with that delightful old lady that lives across the street from you?
He looks over at Rajak like, no, not anymore.
Fuck her.
yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
No one likes a racist.
What about... Yeah, true. What about Demi?
He looks like you've just slapped him. Like, what?
Well, I mean, do they have lodging at the school?
It's the Witches Society. I mean,
I would assume they have lodging.
she's you didn't really see her. She's.
No, we saw her.
I mean, I went back to her after. She's definitely. I guess I could ask Kythea.
Yeah, ask Kythea.
I mean, she's gonna be at the Witches Society anyway, and that's where Taylor goes to school.
Yeah.
She's not coming with. Oh, right, because studying and trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, buddy. I can make food. I lived on the road for years.
All right.
Okay. Grab your stuff. I'll get to Taylor, and then we'll go to the Witches Society, and then we'll try and find some else. Maybe Demi can help you more with knowledge.
Yeah, and I'm definitely for those mounts, by the way, because I have like short legs and shit.
Well, I'll take care of that. And Balance is going to reattach the bag to his belt, and he's going to leave.
Hey everyone, Zaltanna here, voiced by Casey. Can you guys believe Balance and that mind invasion bull crap? Man, what a dick. Somebody needs to teach him some personal boundaries, like to respect other people's. But at least you guys got to know a little bit more about me, so that's good. Anyway, just wanted to say thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you listen to podcasts. Who knows? We have a Twitter at TLDpad. The cast Twitters on that Twitter. We have a Facebook page that I run. Follow it. It's The Lucky Die on Facebook. We have a website, theluckydie.com. And a network has a website, thespock.network. Go check that out and check out the other great podcasts on our network. Once again, thank you to Jason Basel for the artwork. It's great. We love it. And I guess that's it. See you all in the next episode. Peace.
The
Spock Network. Imagine what your idea can do.